Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bruce Wayne Brackett, and I'm sitting here with the love of my life, Teo, and I have no idea what this is going... I have no idea what's going to happen here, so I'm just going to turn it over to you. Enjoy!
I'm Teo. I had an idea that I wanted to do with Bruce, and he doesn't know what to expect. I'm a person that loves spirituality, and I spend a good portion of every week delving into spiritual ideas and spiritual thinking. And what I wanted to do was actually pick Bruce's mind and experience related around mythological ideas and creatures, and then to share that with you so that you can take some of those ideas and notice them in your own life and apply them to situations you may be facing in your daily existence. Myth, just a quick one, myth is not something that is definitely true. Instead, myth is something that is always true. It comes around over and over and over again cyclically throughout time. Since humans have been on this planet, they have been experiencing the same sort of challenges and the same sort of opportunities. And we benefit by these marvelous archetypes that have been created by our ancestors, beautiful mythological creatures that represents ideas of things that we may face and challenges we may have that we want some help with. So I thought that I would surprise Bruce and use some of these things that I explore on a daily basis with him to see what he comes up with, and also to share that with you so that you can incorporate it into your own life. So without further ado, so we don't get too long, we're just going to sit here and have a little chat. He has no idea what's coming. Today's episode is going to be the mythological creature. I want to start with an easy one that most people will recognize, and that is the unicorn. So most of us know what the unicorn is, but in case you don't, unicorns are a mythological creature that came around right around the 5th century BCE by a Greek historian by the name of Ctesias, and he said that he got the information from Persian travelers. Now, the original unicorns probably didn't look like you think of right now with the rainbow manes and the big horns. No, he actually said that they were quite fierce creatures with elephant feet, the head of a stag, the body of a horse, the tail of a boar, and a 3-foot spiral black horn in the center of its head, and that it made fearsome bellows that terrified people. So not exactly the unicorn that we're used to, but it certainly morphed into something different. So now we begin. Okay. I want to just talk about some of the positive aspects of a unicorn and see if you have something in your life that might represent one of the positive aspects of a unicorn. So if we're using this as a symbol, one of the things that unicorns are thought of as being a symbol of purity, of grace, of beauty, of innocence, of magic. I wondered if you could share a moment from your life where you recognized either something that was beautiful or innocent or magical when you just opened your eyes to it. You didn't expect it to be there, and you were surprised just by opening your eyes that you saw something that was graceful or pure or magical.
Wow. So much comes to my mind. There's a lot of moments in my life where I felt like I would no longer be here. You know, I feel like this is pretty relatable. I know that you've expressed this, but we all have had that moment in our life where we didn't see past a certain age. We didn't think that we would be here anymore. And that age for me was 18, 21, 25, 28, 30, and here I am 31 turning 32. So I think that in itself is an eye-opener, and there's a lot of magic and there's a lot of miracles that happen there. Clearly there is a purpose of being, and I feel like I have woken up to that purpose, really all thanks to you for entering my life. That's one of them. The second I met you, I knew that was a magical moment. And for your nudge and push to get me on social media to share my art. I was very blind to that, and I really doubted it. There are moments there, and I think one that really is very large in my life right now, and has been for many years, was when I was sobering up from hardcore drugs and having a conversation with someone that had years sober. And I did not see that for myself. I didn't understand that. I did not think I was worthy enough of that. I didn't think it was that I would be capable enough to do that. And I was really getting in my own way when I got out of my own way, almost without realizing it. The magic that came from that, providing the rest of my life and opportunities that would come my way, I think that was one of the pivotal moments in my life that showed me that I could overcome, that I could see things or allow things to happen. Maybe yet I could not see them, but I would allow the opportunity for them to access me or for me to access them.
Perhaps you could call that a bit of a unicorn moment.
Yes.
A moment of hope and inspiration, which is something that unicorns are often thought to inspire, hope and inspiration, and a sense of wonder. What would you recommend to everybody that's joining us today? What's a way to recognize wonder that surrounds you in every moment?
What is a way to
recognize the wonder that surrounds us? If you don't feel that way, if it seems dark,
okay.
If your eyes are closed, how do you find that rare, elusive sense of wonder?
Lately, I've been on a breathing journey, and I think that breathing, finding a moment where you can just sit and breathe and be in the now. I think that being present in the now is the opportunity for us to see what it is that we have, what beauty surrounds us. I mean, look around, there's beauty everywhere. Even if we're in the middle of the concrete jungle, there are many, many beautiful things about that. The different walks of life that surround us, how beautiful that is. I think staying in the present is one of the key ingredients to finding joy and finding those moments of magic. Because when I stay in the past, I'm stuck in the past and I'm not able to move forward. If I'm worried about the future, I get overwhelmed. That anxiety just overcomes me. So staying in the present allows me to have opportunity to have a better future.
That's beautiful. You know, so much of the idea of the archetype of a unicorn is a positive representation, but there are some negative attributes to a unicorn. One of those might be the elusiveness, that it's hard to find, or this idea of perfection that is not attainable, and that can be discouraging to people. What would you say to those that are joining us today when they have those moments where they don't feel worthy, where the self-esteem, like they have this idea of how it's supposed to be, and it's just they're not finding it, and they don't feel that they can live up to this unicorn expectation of an idealized version of themselves or a situation that they're in? What would you tell them to do in those moments where it seems so elusive?
Good question. I really think, again, I'm going to repeat myself, staying in the now, breathing, find one thing that you're grateful for in that moment, and that can help pull you out of your mindset. For myself, as someone who overcomes from mental health and addiction diseases, I know that's very relatable. Usually the first thought that comes to my brain is a lie. It's something that I am, in my own way, I'm telling myself I'm not worthy enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not thin enough, pretty enough, all of these things. I'm behind in life, I'm comparing myself to other people. It's a lie. And once I take a moment to pause and breathe and allow myself just to be, all of that comparison flies out the window. One, don't compare yourself to anyone because you will become bitter. Compare yourself to yourself and you will become better. The only version that you need to be better than is the version that you were yesterday, or the version of yourself from 5 minutes ago. So if you focus on you, it allows a lot more freedom.
It's interesting that you say that, because that's actually, it's similar to probably the best thing I learned in college, which I learned on my very first day of college and had nothing to do with my classes. And that was that you can never move forward if you're always looking sideways.
Yeah. No, you're going to run into trees and it's not going to be pretty. It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt. Well, there's one more aspect of the unicorn that I think will be, something that we can all realize. So unicorns were known for their ability to find poison and to cure it, to be the antidote. They could purify water, and they could heal sickness, and they could neutralize poison. I think it's important that people have tools to not only identify poison ideas and poison feelings and poison behaviors in themselves, but also to identify poison moments that might be surrounding them at any time. So if we use this archetype, the idea of a unicorn being able to purify, to heal, to neutralize, I would like you to talk about diluting poison ideas, getting rid of, banishing negativity. What are some means to do that?
That's a good question. I believe it is based off of circumstance. I look for positivity in everything. I look for the silver lining in everything, whether we're grieving, going through mental health, trauma, addictions of all different variations. There's a lesson in each thing that comes to us and each thing that happens. The laws of attraction, if we focus on the negative, we will receive negative. If we're putting out those negative vibrations, that's what's going to return to us. I'm a huge believer in the universe and energies and laws of attraction. So you are your antidote. I think that is, you are the unicorn, you are the magic, you are the antidote. So you have that power of choice within you. You have that light within you to change that trajectory of your mindset. So something comes along in life on life's terms, and anything is going to happen. Anything and everything is going to happen, whether you're prepared for it or not. However, when it does happen, if you have the capacity and the capability, which you do, to take a moment and look for the lesson instead of, why, God, is this happening to me? I do that. I've done that so many times in my life, and I'm sure that you have too. It's a very human thing to do, but in counteracting that and reversing that, and the power of choice, it's the power of choice, it's the power of speech, of what we put out there and what we're also telling to ourselves. So instead of, why is this happening to me? Oh God, why? Reverse it into, what is the lesson I'm supposed to learn here? And that allows a lot more opportunity for more growth, for you to move forward, for a lot more freedom to happen. And there's a lot more room for possibility of positivity in that. Dwell in the possibility of it, because you don't need to know the answers right now. You don't have to fix it right now. But allowing yourself the willingness and the grace to be able to see outside of the box instead of just what is right here, because there's all of this that's surrounding us, all of the different options. If we just stay tunnel vision, we're going to miss everything else, and that everything else is that antidote.
Thank you for that. This has just been an initial conversation. Thank you for letting me do this.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna drag him back out here for episode 2, which is gonna be Cyclops, another one that we all know. But hopefully today you'll be able to conjure the image and the energy of the archetype of the unicorn in your own life. Remember, there is an antidote. There are ways to dilute the poison that surrounds you, and there are ways to heal. There are ways to heal. Mm-hmm. You can spot the wonder. You can find the elusive. You can strive for the magical. And all of those are things that the idea of the unicorn presents to us and allows us to look for in our own life. So enjoy the hunt. Thank you for letting me do this. And hopefully you'll join us for Spiritual Mythology episode 2. Are we going to do another one?
Yes, absolutely. This was so much fun.
All right. Bye. Yes.
Thank you for joining, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you so much. Negativity, be gone. And do your best, do no harm, and do for yourself every single day so that you too can eventually do for others. If you can't do for others, that just means that you need to be doing for yourself. I love you.
See you on the next one.
Bye.